Shalom, beloved, and hopefully everyone is doing wonderful tonight. I looked up on the internet to see what group or what race of people was the most affected or targeted when it comes down to hate crimes. And according to the internet, it said, the FBI and the Department of Justice data shows that black people or so-called African Americans are the most targeted when it comes down to hate crimes. And it got me thinking, well, how is it that, again, so-called black people, African Americans, are the most targeted but yet don't have any legislation in place to protect them, like the so-called Jewish community and the Asian community and the LGBTQ community? Now these organizations, right, these groups, these communities use the civil rights movement, and anytime the so-called black community protest against the injustices that was affecting us by said system, said government, they use us to reap these benefits. And then when something happened to one of them, they'll turn around and look at us, and everybody want to make us the aggressors, right? When again, the very community that they're siding with is the ones that is really, committing these acts of violence against them. Again, I'm not saying that they're not some form of criminal element in our community. I'm not saying it at all. But what I am saying is, we're not the ones that are doing the majority of the violence. In fact, like I said, according to the FBI and the Department of Justice own data, so-called black people, so-called African Americans are the most targeted when it comes down to hate crimes. And again, it just got me thinking. It got me thinking about the scriptures, And when you try to explain to our people that's in religion who we are, they really don't want to hear it. They really don't want to hear it. Right? According to the book of John, right? Let's say chapter 15, the Messiah says, if the world hate you, they hated me first. Right? If the world hate you, they hated me first. Now, the people in religion will superimpose that on Christianity. But he was talking about his people, right? The very nation that he was from. Even in the book of Psalms, right? Psalms 83. They have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden ones. Again, when we look at the scriptures and let the scriptures say what it say, and then look at the people that would fit said narrative, said description, it tells you who the people are. But again, like I said, family, it's crazy. It's crazy, like I said, to read these verses and see what's going on in the world, and our people are still clueless. And you can see video after video on social media where these groups, right, they have this thing for us, and they will side with the people that are victimizing them and are cool with it. Again, like I said, I'm not saying that there are not people in our community that have committed any crimes against said groups, but by and large, it's not us. It's not us. But they will spin a narrative. They will make us the aggressors, right? They will make us the poster child for all the wrong. Anyway, family, just wanted to share that with you guys right fast. With that being said, as usual, peace, love, shalom.